But anyhow, the original ice plant was built, I would say, probably about 1908, before I was born. And it was built by some local people there in Sedler Park. In 1922, my dad had been working for York Refrigeration Company, say from about 1918 through 1920, 21, as an installing engineer for York ice machines in the more or less tri-state area there around Cincinnati, installing ice plants. And he came across a customer one time that wanted him to build a plant for him and make that a partner in it. Dad put up the brains and the manpower, and the other boy put up the money, and next thing you know, they were in business. They bought this old ice plant in Sedler Park. That was a steam-driven plant, and I think it was about a 20-ton ice plant. What they call a 20-ton plant. They make about 20 tons of ice a day. It was a steam plant. They made the ice out of the condenser water, which was nice, pure water from the condenser after it was boiled. You know, it was very, very good water. And it was a coal-fired boilers. Well, Dad was selling these York compressors, and they were all electric, run by 40 horsepower motors. So they bought the plant, he and his partner, and took all the boiler equipment out, put all new ice machines in it. The plant was practically stripped out inside, nothing left. You know, even the old storage and everything. In fact, the plant was reversed, where the storage was now is where they make the ice and so forth. But it was all reversed, and electric was installed. That would be in about 1922 to get the plant running. Well, they had their first season in, I think it was 1922. The plant had windows on the one side, quite a few windows. And we had a night watchman there who was supposed to be watching windows, you know. The weather got bad this one night, and the wind came up, and the next thing blew the whole roof off the plant. And this was in hot weather. Well, they had to call out their friends then. And I think the plant was shut down maybe about 10 days. And all these friends came and put the new roof back up. And all the electricians and everybody came, and they got the plant back in shape again. And that was in 1922, I do believe.
This was after your dad bought it, or before?
Oh, yeah, it was after. Just after we got the thing going. Just got the plant. The first summer we used the plant, right. It went toward the roof turned off. Laid over on the railroad tracks, you know, which was adjacent to the plant.
This is all manufactured ice.
It's all manufactured ice made out of the city of Cincinnati water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they pipe the water in.
Yeah, the water comes from Cincinnati Water Works. It's water, you know. So, I'm getting back to the ice plant again. After the roof blew off, of course, they got things going again. But my dad was very ingenious. If he couldn't buy a certain type of thing he wanted, like a scoring machine or a machine to lift up ice while he made it himself, he invented a stacking, we call a stacking machine. It's just a matter of pulleys and elevator that picks the ice up off the floor and lays it up so you can stack it up inside of a big storage room. They stacked it in tiers, what we call tiers. Guys get up on top of the ice with these cleats on their shoes, and they would drag the ice and stack it. And this stacking machine lifted the ice from the floor to a certain level, and then he'd stack it from there. And he also invented the scoring machine. That's a machine that has saws in it that cut screws in the ice so you can cut off 25, 50-pound size of ice, you know. And most every other kind of a scoring machine was more or less mechanical. In other words, they had gears and belts and things that drove sprockets and chains that picked the ice up and moved it through the machine. Well, his was different. He used hydraulic. And it was done inside the storage room where it was cold, but most of them were done outside in the warm. But this in the cold, and for the hydraulic fluid, we used antifreeze. like Prestone antifreeze. Or those days it was alcohol. I don't even think they had Prestone yet. But I think it was denatured alcohol they put in this to keep it from freezing. It's just a matter of a motor running pumps, and then push the ice through. Then mechanically it would switch the valve, and then the block would lift up, and it would cut it again, to score. And then deliver it out the other end. Well, anyhow, that's a few more of his ideas that were put to work there. In 1929, I remember because I helped build it, we built a trailer that held 40 blocks of ice, which we thought was great. And it was pulled by a 1929 Ford Model A tractor. Now, those days, that was a big load. We had a hill between Cincinnati and Lawrenceburg and Aurora, which was called North Bend Hill, which was steep. And a lot of trucks couldn't even get up there. It was a very big load at all. But this truck had 40 blocks. It carried 40 blocks with 12,000 pounds. Which only is, 6 tons, But it got up the hill with it. It had a real low gear in this old Model A Ford, and it didn't even have, it had mechanical brakes, even on the trailer. If you wanted to stop, you had to pull this great big, we call it a Johnson volume, up next to the other emergency brake in the truck. And that's the way we used to stop the thing.